best game on Sunday has to be Chiefs versus Ravens. Very rare that in week 4 we say the best game of the week is coming between two teams that are 1-2. Going to be really weird to say that either the Chiefs or the Ravens are 1-3 after that game. I'm telling you right now, I'm betting the Chiefs plus 2.5 because when Patrick Mahomes is at home getting points, I'm making the bet every single time. I did it earlier in the year when they played the Eagles. If Travis Kelce doesn't drop that football in the end zone, then I probably win that bet. Maybe. I don't know. The Eagles are really good, so who knows. But the Ravens have their issues, and for them, it's not the offense outside of Derrick Henry having really weird fumbles in the fourth quarter. Lamar Jackson's still great despite getting sacked 7 times against the Lions on Monday Night Football. The issue has been the defense. They are either last or second to last in like every important statistical category. And as someone who grew up watching Ed Reed and Ray Lewis and dominant Raven defenses, it's so weird seeing them surrender, 38 points to the Lions and, 41 points to the Buffalo Bills. And it has to get fixed. And part of it is injuries. They went out, they added Jair Alexander in the offseason to kind of help at corner. He hasn't played. Matabuke on the inside, one of the better defensive tackles in football. He hasn't played. Kyle Van Noy's been hurt. He's been a double-digit sack guy for them these last 2 seasons. And so part of it is injuries. And if they can find a way to get healthy, then, you probably feel a little bit better about them. But at the same time, injuries are part of football. And you have to figure out a way to work around it. I'm not super concerned about the run defense because when you have Roquan Smith in the middle of your defense, he can solve a lot of those issues for you. It's the back end. It's mainly the corners. Nate Wiggins has been okay, not great. The corner opposite him hasn't been very good. Malachi Starks has been okay. He's a rookie, so it's kind of tough for me to sit here and rip him. Kyle Hamilton's been Kyle Hamilton. He's all over the field. He makes plays whenever he's around the football. The issue is the cornerbacks. They just haven't been good enough. They have to find some sort of solution to that. Maybe that's get a little bit more of a pass rush. But then you go back to Matabuke and Kyle Van Noy both being out. Matabuke not playing again this week against Kansas City. That's a really important thing. And they're playing against a Kansas City Chiefs offense. And this is why I think the matchup is so interesting. They're playing against the Chiefs offense that's struggled a little bit. Part of that's been because Rashee Rice is suspended and Xavier Worthy got hurt early in that Chargers game, week 1. I think he's going to be back this week. We'll see kind of what happens there. But if he is, then, that frees up the offense a little bit more. But the Chiefs can't really run the football. Like Isaiah Pacheco doesn't look as good as he did the last couple of years. Kareem Hunt's, if he's your best running back, that's not a good thing. The receivers are not great. They brought over the former second-round pick of the Patriots. I'm blanking on his name right now. He made a couple big kind of downfield grabs against the Giants, but, that's the Giants, and so, I don't want to buy into that too much. It's a lot of Patrick Mahomes running around and scrambling. Last year, the Chiefs' offense didn't look like what you expect for the Chiefs' offense to look like, but they were at least, efficient. They could run the football. They just couldn't hit anything deep. This year, receivers can't get open. And I know that because Patrick Mahomes is scrambling significantly more in the regular season than what we've seen him do in years prior. Travis Kelce's another year older. And they don't have, Rashee Rice and Xavier Worthy. They're two best passing targets to kind of help relieve some of those issues. So maybe they get Xavier Worthy back, and that fixes a lot of their issues. Kind of hard for me to believe that one receiver fixes all of their issues. Hollywood Brown, by the way, has been really good. Don't want to forget about him when it comes to Kansas City. So I'm really intrigued to see who's going to win this battle between a struggling Ravens defense and a struggling Chiefs offense. And that is what's going to decide the game. The Chiefs defense hasn't been great, also hasn't been terrible. They paid George Karlaftis in the offseason. He has not delivered. Chris Jones, finally was impactful against the Giants. The secondary's been okay. The linebackers are fine. Once again, I don't think the Chiefs' defense has been terrible. I don't think it's been great either. I think it's been pretty meh. And the Ravens, outside of Derrick Henry fumbling the football, their offense continues to be amongst the best in the NFL. So this game will be decided by who wins that battle between the Chiefs offense and the Ravens defense. Sorry, I'm picking Patrick Mahomes because he's Patrick Mahomes. He's still the best quarterback in football despite all of the struggles, because in big games like this, and this is a big regular season game for both of these teams, even though both are obviously more than capable of overcoming a 1-3 start, but you'd rather be 2-2 than 1-3. So big game. I'm not betting against Patrick Mahomes in big games. Simple as that. So give me the Chiefs plus 2.5, and I expect this to be a really good game on Sunday.